bottom-up parsers are also called SR parsers. Why they are called SR parsers? Because they use two operations with a special type of data structure. So they use stack and they use shift operation and reduce operation. Shift operation is nothing but push and reduce operation is nothing but pop. Then we are now in the bottom-up parsers. Then bottom-up parsers can be divided into two broad categories. One is operator precedence parser, OPP. It uses a special type of grammar called operator precedence grammar. And we know what is operator precedence grammar, where there is no epsilon move, no epsilon terms, and actually no two variables are side by side. And based on that grammar, operator precedence grammar, we can have a special type of stack-based parser, which is called operator precedence parser. And we have studied that details, that how can we implement operator precedence parser. Okay. Then we have come to another broad categories of bottom-up parser, which is LR parsers. LR parsers can be divided to four big categories. So one is called, the first one is called LR0. Second one is called SLR1. Third one is called LALR1, and fifth one is called CLR1. So far, this is the development of the compilers, and we know that the power increase this way. So SLR1 is more powerful than can create CLR2, CLR3, CLR4, it becomes more powerful, but you do not come out from the genre. The genre is safe. So remember this. And another thing you need to remember that all these parsers used a special type of technique which is called closure and goto. And based on closure and goto operations, we use first two parsers, LR0 and SLR1. One thing is called LR0 items, and last two we used LR1 items. So that's the brief overview, what will come next. Now let's talk about what is closure and goto. So let's go to closure and goto. Closure and goto. So they are actually type of operations. They are type of operation present nothing. It is empty. So it means we did not see anything. We did not see anything. And what we are expecting? We are expecting, we are just going through what is just after the closure operator. So just after the closure operator, we have a capital S. So we are expecting a S. Now if you move this closure operator at the middle, then what happened? You are just going one step before the closure operator. So there is a S, capital S. That means we have already seen S. And what is just after closure operator? There is another capital S. So we are expecting another S. That is the case. Now if you go to at the end of the closure, that means we have seen everything. We have seen S, capital S, S, both, and we reach at the end of the product. So we are expecting a reduction. N means we are expecting a reduction. So this type of movement with closure operations are possible. And using this movement of closure operation, we are converting the whole grammar to a finite automata. And traversing that finite automata, we are trying to parse the string. Is it clear to you guys? Any question?
No,
Okay.
sir, no
Then
questions.
if you consider the stack, because all the bottom-up parser we use a stack. So if you consider this process, this one, the first one, it means stack. Just before the closure operation is denoted by stack. So right now stack is empty and buffer has two capital S. Now if you go to second one, now the stack is containing a capital S and buffer is in buffer there is a capital S. Now if you consider the third case, then in the stack there is a capital S and below the capital S there is another S and the buffer is empty, or we are expecting something else which does not involve this product. Is it clear to you guys? All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Okay. Now what is goto? So let's take this one example. Let's take S derives small m. Now if you would consider closure operator at the beginning, then what happened? This is the case of the product. S derives closure operator A. Now, if you take A out of the buffer and put it in the stack, then what would be the case? You have already encountered A. So right now, in this case, the stack is empty and buffer has a A. In this case, now stack is containing A and buffer does not contain A, something else. So this is called a goto operations. That means taking something out from the buffer and putting it inside the stack, that is called goto operation. In case of variable, we call it goto, and in case of terminals, we use the word action or shift, both of these two. So they we have classified this. So this is the catch of the closure and goto. Do you have any query? You can ask. No query? Any query? Yes, no? No, sir? If you don't answer, okay,
No,
sir,
sir,
no
no
query.
query.
Okay. So let's take this grammar. S derives double capital S or A. Then before starting, we have to add a special type of operator which is called augmented product. So S derives capital S. Why we add this augmented product? So that we can start from S. We can start from S, so that the closure operator start from just before capital S. That starts it. So if we put closure operator just before the start symbol, then just after closure operator there is a capital S. So I have to add all the products which start with S. So in this case, S starts with capital double S. S has the start symbol can derive to double S or A. So I write here double S or A. As there is a closure operator just before capital S, so we have to put closure operator just before capital S and just before small m. Then again you have to take care. So what is after this closure operator? There is again capital S. So we have to add all the products starts with S, but it is already in the product. So we do not need to repeat it. Now we are complete. So this one is called LR0. It becomes a LR0. So actually, basically, each of these are called LR0 items, and the whole thing is called the closure, complete closure. Okay, guys, do you agree with me or not? Each one is a LR0 items, and whole thing is called closure, the complete closure. So state is done. Is it clear to you guys?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then if we go to over capital S, then what do we get? S derives S closure. So it is just at the end point. So it is become a final item. Then again, if you move S over here, you have to move S over here also. So S derives S closure S. Then what is just after closure operator? There is a capital S. So you have to add again the all product starts with S. So you start with S, then closure double S or closure A. What is just after this closure? Capital S, but this product is already included, so I do not need to include it again. What is just after this closure? Small a, which is terminal. No terminal can start a product in contextual grammar, so we have to stop it. So this is again becomes a closure. Now, if you move over A, you get S derives A dot is the final item, fine. So you have to stop over. Then again, if you move over S, what do you get? S derives S closure is the final item, fine. But here you also move S derives S closure S. Now, what is just after closure? There is a S, so you have to add again S derives dot SS or A. Then we cannot move any further, so you have to stop it. So this becomes a closure. Is it clear to you guys?
স্যার একটা কোয়েশ্চেন আছে
G, yes, please.
স্যার সেকেন্ড যে ইয়াটা থেকে নোট থেকে যে আমি এস থেকে
Just number this. It is better
Yes,
to
sir.
number this. 0, 1,
1
2, 3. And we are going to circling the final items like this.
ওকে স্যার স্যার ফার্স্ট
Wait. Let me finish first.
ওকে স্যার
Yes. Tell me.
স্যার আমরা ফার্স্ট নোট আর থার্ড নোটটাকে আমরা রিডিউস করে আমরা শুধুমাত্র একটা
না
transition
পারবো না, এই যে এখানে একটা এক্সট্রা আইটেম আছে, এখানে একটা এক্সট্রা আইটেম. Let's consider this. It's a good question. Let's assume let's consider A is set of 0, 1, 2 and B is set of 1, 2. So definitely B is a subset of A, but A has a special item, so B is not equal to A. Same reason, it has a special product S derives S dot. It does not present over here, so that's why we cannot do this. They're different. Is it clear to you?
Yes sir, thank
But
you.
it is a very good question. If it does not present that, then definitely we do not going to create two. So create two separate states. But as there are one product extra, we have to create.
স্যার আরেকটা কোশ্চেন হচ্ছে বি ইজ নট ইকুয়াল টু যেটা লিখেছেন এটা কি কার্ডিনালিটি সেম না, এটাই তো বুঝাচ্ছেন?
কার্ডিনালিটি সেম হলেও তো কখনো দুটা সেট সমান নাও হতে পারে. Cardinality is number of elements inside this. That is completely different. Whenever, let's say A equal to 0, 1, 2 and B equal to 1, 2, 3, the cardinality of A equal to cardinality of B, but A is not equal to B. Am I right?
Yes sir, বুঝতে পেরেছি.
So cardinality does not depend directly with the equality of set items. So this is a set item. This is a set. This is a set. Each state can be a set, as there is a special product there, extra product there, so that these two states cannot be set. Is it clear to you guys?
Yes sir.
Okay. A good question again. Now we have taken another example and we have completed the same way the LR0 state transition diagram. Then what? Then actually we convert this diagram to a table for our convenience. So what is the table? Here, the table is like this. The table is like this. So how many states are there? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So on the leftmost column, we write all the states 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And for my convenience, and we know that what is action and what is goal. What is action? Tell me.
The terminals.
Action is nothing but move on terminals. And what is go to?
The move on the variables.
Rule of the variable. So action is a special type of go to. So it is a special type of go to. That's why we separately write this. One is action, another is go to. Action is nothing but go to on terminals, and only go to is go to on variables. Or you can say action is nothing but move on terminals, and go to is nothing but move on variables. Now, so what are the variables present? What are the variables present in this grammar? We have capital S, which is the start symbol, and capital A. We write there. Don't need to write the S dash because we have added this. What are the terminals present there? Small a, small b, and we have another special one. You always know that dollar at the end of the buffer. So we write over there. Now we are going to fill up the table. So how can we fill up the table? Let's assume state number 0. We start from state number 0. State number 0, go to on capital S, going to state 1. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
S, if you move S, then this closure would go to here. Then we are go to on S dash derives S closure, and it's the final item. Now, in case of go to, we are just going to write the number, state number, because no action is happening here. Only we are going to a new state. So that's how we write the state number. The state number is nothing but 1. Now 0 on capital A, I'm going to state number 2. So I'm right on A, state number 2. Now, in case of terminals, there are some actions. And what is the actions? Shift actions. We are going to take out something from the buffer and put it inside the stack. It is a kind of action. Am I right? Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Because we are taking out something from buffer and putting it inside the stack. That's why it is called action. So in state number 0, if we move on A, then what happens? We are taking out something from buffer, which is A, and put it inside the stack and going to state number 3. So that's why I write shift, operation is shift, and my state number is 3. Now moving on B, we are taking out B from the buffer and put it inside the stack. So there is the operation shift and state number 4. Is it clear to you guys? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's go to state number 1. So state number 1, just keep it blank. Let's go to state number 2. State number 2, move on capital A, we're going to state number 5. So move on A, going to state number 5. Capital A, move on A, we're going to state number 3, and it is a action. So we write shift 3. On B, we're going to state number 4, and it is the action, shift 4. The 2 is done. Let's go to 3. 3 on capital A, we're going to state number 6. 3 on capital A, we're going to state number 6. We write 6. 3 on small a, it is the action, and we are remaining in the same state. That's why we write shift 3. On B, we are going to shift of action and going to state number 4. That's why we write S. So done. We are done with this. Now all other states are final states. Now let's come to 1. This one is a special product. It is called augmented product. And always remember, in augmented product, 1 at dollar, we are going to write accept. That means whenever we reach to this state, and if we encounter a dollar, that means we are done with our completion of parsing. We are successful. We get getting dollar. So that's why whenever we see dollar in this state, we are going to write accept. So whenever in this state we reach and my look ahead is dollar, we are going to write accept. Now let's go to state number 4. Now for filling the entries in the table, these are the final items. Final items is nothing but this is actually a representation of the reduction. And how do we reduction? How do we do reduction? Using some sort of products. So let's give the number of the products. First one is rule number 1. This one is rule number 2. This one is rule number 3. Now, which rule is this? A derives B closer. Which rule is this? What is the rule number?
Rule 3.
Rule 3. So at the four entire action part, we are going to write reduction using rule number 3. Reduction using rule number 3. Reduction using rule number 3. That means reduce R using rule number 3. So please remember, these 3 and these 3 are not same. Shift 3 means shift the terminal. In this case, terminal is A and go to state number 3. On the other hand, here 3 means reduce using rule number 3. So these two numbers are not same. Please remember. Okay, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's go to 5. What rule number is this? Rule number 1. So what we are going to do? Entire action part we are going to write rule number 1. Rule number 1. Rule number 1. That means reduce using rule number 1. Reduce using rule number 1. Reduce using rule number 1. Let's go to 6. This is rule number 2. So entire action part we are going to write reduce using rule number 2. R2, R2, R2. Done. So this is the table we have checked. Do you have any query? You can ask. Any query?
No, sir.
Okay. Another important thing is except this final items. Except these final items, that means this one, 0, 2, 3. They would be same in all LR parsers. They would be same in all LR parsers. Same LR parser. All the LR parsers have same entries in that table for this one. But this circle moves, that means reduction moves, reduction entries is going to be changed based on the parser. And we are going to learn how we are going to change that. Okay? Is it clear, guys? Then we are going to start parser.
Yes, sir.
So let's parse. We have everything. We have the input-output buffer. We have the stack. We have the parser algorithm. Still, you don't know the algorithm, but I'm going to describe the algorithm. We have the LR0 table. The table is already in our disposal. Stack is, we know, we have it. We have the input buffer, we know this. So we are going to learn this algorithm. How can you parse? Should I start? Should I start or not?
Yes, sir. We should start.
Let's start. I will make this. Let's take this string. A, B, B. Dollar. This is my string. This is my string. So this is my buffer. Initially, buffer is pointing to first A. This is my stack. This is my stack. This is my buffer. This is my stack. All the before parsers, we always put an entry in the stack, which is dollar. But in this case, we put another entry, which is the first state number. And in this case, what is the first state number? 0. So here the entry would be 0. Stack is initially containing state number 0. That means we start our journey from this state. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear?
Yes.
Because we are traversing this automata. We are traversing this diagram or graph, whatever you say. This automata or diagram, whatever you say, we are traversing this. So that's why we have to start our journey from state number 0. That is our start state. So that's why at the stack, the first entry is 0. Now start the algorithm. So what is the entry in stack? What is the entry in stack? What is the entry in stack right now?
A.
Huh?
0. 0.
0.
Stack is 0.
And my lookahead is 8. So this is nothing but the state numbers. Go to state 0. We go to state 0. And what is the lookahead?
A.
1 line.
A.
So number is nothing but row in table and buffer entry. That means or terminal or variable is nothing but column intent. Column in the remember. Number is nothing but row in table, and buffer entry and terminal or variable is nothing but column in table. So let's go to 0, 0th row. We're seeing A. 0 seeing A. What is the entry in the table?
Shift 3.
Shift and going to state number 3. So what is shift? What is shift?
Push. Push.
Push. So we're going to push A in the buffer, move the look ahead because we have already pushed A, and we're going to write the state number. What is the state number in this case? After shift, you should go to state number 3. So we're going to write 3. Is it clear to you guys?
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes, sir.
3, we are in state number 3. That means we are moving from 0, pushing A, we are moving to state number 3. From 0, pushing A, we are moving to state number 3. Now 3 is seeing A. So we are going to row number 3, seeing A. What is the entry in the table?
Shift 3.
Shift.
So what we are going to do? We are going to again push A, going to state number 3 and move the lookup. Okay, is it clear to us? Now
Yes.
3 is we are in state number 3. So it means in the table, in this state, we are pushing another A and we are still in the state number 3. So we are following this path. Now 3 seeing B. So go to row 3 and go to B entry. What is the entry?
Shift 4.
So we are going to push B, going
Push
to
B.
state number
4.
4, moving the look ahead. Now 4, we are going to 4th row. What is the entry in the look ahead? B. 4B. What is the entry?
R.
What is the R3? That means now I have to reduce. So what is the reduction? Rule number 3. Rule number 3 is nothing but this one. B should be reduced to A. Whenever you get B, make it A. Now, which B I am going to reduce? Tell me. This B or this B? There are two B's are there. Last B or just the B before last B? Which one?
Last one.
No. We have to reduce the B which is inside the stack. Last B is not already inside the stack. Am I right or not?
Oh, right.
B before the last B, that is inside the stack. So you have to reduce in stack B, not the look ahead B. Remember, it is a very important thing. Look ahead is saying you are expecting B. You are expecting B, but you don't encounter the B yet. Which B you have encountered? You encountered the B which is just before the last B. So you have to take action on the last B, not last B, the B just before the last B, which is inside the stack. So you are going to reduce this B. So what would it become? This B would become
A.
And you have to change the stack because this B has been already reduced. So how can you do that on? Listen carefully. In this product on the right hand side, how many entries are there?
1,
1. So you are going to pop out. You are going to pop out from stack 2 into B, which is nothing but 2. Remember, always 2, because each entry in the B, each entry in the stack, in case B, is also following with the state numbers. So it has additional information. Not only that entry, it has some sort of state information as well. So you have to delete 2 entries together. So in this case, how many entries I'm going to delete?
2 entries.
Twice of
So
length of
twice of length of RHS. Twice of length of RHS. So 1, 2. Now this B has become what? This B has become A. So push A. Now you have to find out the state for this. So what would be the state for this? What would be the state for this? So you will go. So this is 3. Now you go to table. 3 seeing A. Why should it go? It should go to state number
State 6.
6. So you have to write 6. So if you go to diagram, what happens? It happens something like this. You go from 0 to A. So movement is like this. 0 to 3, then 3 to 3, then you go 3 to 4. Then again what happened? You come back from 4 to 3, then you go 3 to 6. Did you understand the movement in the transition table and diagram?
Yes, sir.
0 to 3, because 0 seeing A, go to 3. Again you see A, so you remain in 3. Then you see a B, you go to here, 4. Then you reduce this B to A. That means you return back from 4 to 3. Then 4 to seeing A, you go to 6. Is it clear to you guys? Very funny.
Yes, sir.
yes,
Okay. So if it is clear, then it has become very easy for you. No problem. Now, what is my look ahead now?
B.
B. Now state is 6. 6 seeing B. 6 seeing B. What you are going to do? 6 seeing B. Again, reduce using rule number.
R2.
R2.
Reduce using rule number 2.
Number 2.
So what is rule number 2? Rule number 2 is nothing but A derives small a. A derives small a, capital A. So A derives small a, capital A. So how many entries in the right hand side? 2 star entries in right hand side. How many entries are there? 2. So 2 star 2, it should be 4. So you have to pop out 4 entries from the stack. So what is the rule? Rule is small a, capital A would become A. So this is my capital A, this is my small a. So this small a and this capital A should become to capital A. Then I have to pop out 4 entries from the stack. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have to push A. Did you get the movement? Did you get the movement? So
Yes.
what is the new state? What would be the new state? So you go A just before the state. So it is 3. So 3 seeing A should remain in the state number 6. So 6. So what happened in the transition diagram? So now 6, here you see A derives small a, capital A. So you are going to reduce small a, capital A. So you are going to remove this 6. You come back to here, then you see again A, you should go again to 6. Did you get this point? This is happening in the diagram. You go to 6, you reduce using this rule, you come back to state number 3, then again A, C, A, you go to state number 6. Is it clear, guys?
yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Then go to next one. So we are in state number 6, seeing a B. 6 seeing B. What is the rule?
Reduce.
Using rule number 2. Same rule. Sorry. Same rule. So A derives small a, capital A. So 2 into RHS, 2 stars, 2 equal to 4. So this A and this capital A would become A. Okay. Now, how many entries I have to pop out?
4 entries.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one I'm going to push? Pushing this A. Then what is the just before A? 0.
0.
0 seeing A. Where should it go? 0 seeing A should go to state number 2.
Step
So I'm going to state number. Okay, guys. Now, what is my look ahead now? What is my look ahead now? My
B.
look ahead is B. So 2 seeing B. 2 seeing B. What is the entry in the table?
Shift 4.
Shift 4. So what I'm going to do? I'm going to push this B. And what would be my state? 4. And moving the
4.
look ahead. Now, 4. We are in state number 4. 4 is seeing dollar. What is the rule?
R3.
Reduce
R3. Reduce 3. So what is the rule? This is the R3. A derives B. This is the rule number 3. This is the rule number 2. So what I'm going to do? I'm going to pop how many entries?
2 entries.
So 1, 2. This B would become A. We are going to push A. Now what would be the new state? What would be the new state? We're going back, 2. So 2 seeing A going to state number 5.
5.
2 seeing A going to state number 5. Now my state is 5. My entry is, look at is dollar. So $5. What is the entry?
Use 1.
Rule 1. So reduce 1. So what is the reduce rule 1? S derives AA. This is the rule number 1. So how many entries on the right hand side? 2. So 2 star 2 equal to 4. So how many entries I'm going to pop? 4.
4 entries.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this A, and this A would become S. This A and this A would become S, and we are going to push this S. So it becomes S. Now what is the just before S? All back to 0. So 0 seeing S, 0 seeing S going to state number 1. So that means we reach to 0 seeing S, it is state. Okay. So we are going to state number 1. Now 1 seeing dollar. 1 is seeing dollar. What is the entry? What is the entry?
Accepted.
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 That means dollar is seeing dollar. Dollar is seeing dollar. We accept this. And this is the parse step. If you have any question, you can ask. So this is the whole algorithm. Should I write the algorithm for you guys? Should I write the algorithm?
Yes, sir.
Algorithm देखते
Yes,
होगे?
sir. Yes.
अच्छा पहले algorithm तो देखिए दे. LRZ algorithm. So what is the algorithm? Number is nothing but row in table, variable or terminal is nothing but column in table. Number 1. If entry in buffer equal to terminal, push it in stack and its state number. If we reach any final state, reduce using rule number, using rule number, pop 2-star RHS of product, push the LHS in stack, LHS which is a variable in stack, and find out the immediate last state number in stack. Go to search table for row equal to that state number and column equal to what? Column equal to LHS, which is a variable, and fill in the finally push that state number. Number 3, in state 1, seeing dollar accept. Is it clear to you guys? That is good. So this is done. All right. Do you have any query? You can ask me. This is the LR0. So let's go back to table. Did you see some of these tables are blank? Table entries are blank. Did you notice that one?
Yes, sir.
This one is blank. This one is blank. This one is blank. This one is blank. So if we somehow reach these blank entries, what would be the case? If we reach these blank entries, what can we do? If we reach these blank entries, then what can we do? Huh? Tell me.
We will say that the string does not belong to this grammar.
Good. So those means error, right? Those are errors, nothing but errors. So blank entries are nothing but blank entries are errors. Blank entries are errors. So if we reach this blank entries, that means this string does not belong to this grammar. Errors. And actually in programming language, whenever we implement a parser using this kind of table, if we encounter these blank entries, then what we do? We are trying to recover it using panic mode recovery. We are going to learn more recovery techniques. But panic mode recovery, we have already discussed a little bit. We are trying to find out a suitable replacement for that terminal or variable, whatever you say. Then actually we continue the parsing process. Then we again start, then again replace with a suitable replacement. Then continue this up till the end of the string. Okay, so this is the LR0 parsing process. Now, is it enough? Is there any problem in this procedure or not? Is there any procedure in this procedure? Is there any problem or not? Is the question clear to you guys? Is there a problem or not in this procedure? And if there is a problem, what is the problem? Why it is called LRZ?
Sir, stack.
What is the problem? Why it is called LRZ? What is wrong with this? Why it is called LRZ? When we did the first reduction, tell me. When we did the first reduction, which one is the first reduction?
So when we got B,
This B reduced to capital A. Am I right?
yes, sir.
This B reduced to capital A. Okay, fine. That time, what is the look ahead?
The next B.
This one. Okay, fine. Now, if I reduce this B to capital A, am I right or not? If this B reduced to capital A, that means my string is something like this. My string is something like this. I have A. So I push it, I get B, I push it. Now my look ahead is B, this last B. Now I'm trying to reduce this B to A. Then what would be the relation between this capital A and B? Tell me. What would be the relation between this capital A and B? What would be the relation?
Rule,
Huh?
grammar.
Grammar hai, grammar. What grammar? What would be the relation between this capital A and B?
A derives B.
No. That is already given in the product. That A derives B, that's why we reduce B to A. But I'm not talking about this B. This capital A and the next B, look ahead B. What would be the relation between these two? Simple question. Definitely, this B must be follow of A. Do you agree with me or not?
Right.
Yes.
Definitely this B is follow of A. That means whatever just after this B, if it does not belongs to follow of A, then there is a problem. Am I right or not?
Yes.
That is
sir.
the definition of follow. According to definition of follow, definitely whatever follow just after a variable, that is the follow of that variable. Now let's go back to this entries. When I encounter rule number 4, A derives B, that means rule 4, whatever, I'm sorry, rule 3. I put this reduction in all the terminals. Am I right? All the terminals. Am I right? My production is like this. A derives B. But I put this is my rule 3 as well. I put the reduction 3 in all the terminals. Should I put the reduction in all the terminals? Is it the case? Is it a good move? Is it a good move or not? Is it a good move or not? That means I'm reducing B to A. I'm saying A. I'm look at this A. I'm reducing. Look at this B. I'm reducing. Look at this dollar. I'm reducing. Is it a good move?
They are all terminals.
They are all terminals. No problem about that. But they are actually representing the look ahead. That means whenever look ahead is A, still I'm going to reduce B to A. When the look ahead is B, still I'm reducing B to A. When look ahead is dollar, still I'm reducing B to A. Is it a good move or not? Definitely it's not a good move. So what would be the good move? What would be the good move? What would be the good move? The good move is I put this reduce R only in follow of it. Do you agree with me or not? Then it would become a good move, right? So that is the difference between LR0 and SLR. That is the difference between LR0 and SLR. Today we will not study SLR1, but I am going to show you the problem which happens in LR0. So remember, putting the reduce entry in all the action part is not a good move. It should be placed on follow of LHS. Then it is a good move. And that is the difference between LR0 and SLR. Okay, so let's start. Just take this down. Let's take this down. Previous one. Let's take this down. Let's try to create entry for this. Let's try to draw table for this. So how can I draw the table for this? How can I draw the table for this? What would be the table for this? This, you'll fill up the table. So how can I fill up the table?
Sir, state गुला आगे लिखते होगा 0
How many states are there?
0 1 2 3.
So leftmost column, I am going to write the states. 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 3. Right? Then I'm going to divide the whole table into two parts. One is called action, another one is called go to. So what would be the entry in the action? What would be the entry in action? What will be the entry in action? Small a, small a and double. Okay. What will be the entry in the go to?
S.
Capital S. S dash, we do not need to write. Now 0 seeing capital S, why should I go? Zero seeing S, why
1.
should I?
1.
0 seeing A, why should I go?
S2.
S2. Interesting. Okay, so it is done. Let's go to state number 1. State number 1, 1 seeing S, why should I go?
3.
3. 3. And 1 seeing small a, why should I go?
S2.
Then 2 seeing 2 is the final item, so don't worry about this. 3, let's go to 3. 3 is the final item. 3 also contains the final item. Now, 3, there is a problem. What is the problem? Let's fill up the action part.
It's a loop.
First. 3 seeing S, why should I go? 3.
3.
3 seeing small a, why should I go?
S2.
Good. এবার আসেন, let's fill up the radius. So 2, which rule I'm going to use? This, let's say this is rule number 1, this is rule number 2. So rule 2, which rule I'm going to use here? Rule number 2. So I'm going to write entire action part rule number 2. Now let's go to 3. 3 has a final item. S dash S double dash double S. So which rule is this? Rule number 1. So what you are going to do? Now see, there are multiple entries in single cell. There are multiple entries in the single cell. You have S2 and R1. You have S2 and R1. So if you go to this state, what would be your decision? Are you going to reduce or you are going to shift? Which one you are going to go to? You might go from this state to this state, pushing A, or you can reduce double S to S. So which one you are going to do? Tell me. Are you going to reduce using rule number 1, or you are going to shift? What you are going to do? Tell me.
Sir, if the follow is dollar, then we will reduce.
Okay, so then that means LR0 is not perfect. According to LR0 algorithm, the algorithm I have written just before, that is not perfect. According to that algorithm, we cannot parse it, and this one is called SR conflict, shift radius conflict. SR conflicts. In this case, it is not. This grammar is not LRC, not LRC. You cannot parse using this LR0. So this is called SR conflict. Another type of conflict might arise. What is that called? What is that called? That is called RR conflict. SR conflict and RR conflict are problematic. So when SR conflict arises, whenever there is a shift move and the radius move. So parts are getting confused. I'm going to shift it or I'm going to reduce it. So that is called SR conflict. Sometimes it might happen in a product there are two reduce moves. So then parts are again become confused. Am I using this rule, this rule or that rule? Which one I'm going to use? So when two rules conflict arises, that is called RR conflict. Whenever shift and reduce conflict arises, it is called SR conflict. Is it clear to you, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's solve another problem. Next is this grammar, our very favorite and our very well-known grammar. Our very grammar, but the calculator grammar. E derives E plus T or T. E derives T. So we are going to add a product which is nothing but augmented product. E dash derives E. So this is my augmented product. Now we should start our journey. What is the first case? What is the first case? What is the first case? E dash derives now moving on E. I'm going to E dash derives dot E derives E plus what is just after closure here? What is just after closure? So it is a terminal, so don't worry. Terminal can never produce a new rule, so we have to stop over there. So this is the closure. Moving on T, what do we get? E derives T dot and T derives T dot star M. Okay, So what is just after closure? What is just after closure?
Start.
Start, which is a terminal. So
Multiplication.
don't worry, no product can be produced from here. Now let's go to M. Moving on M, what do we get? T derives M. And moving on ID, what do we get? M derives ID. So let's number this 0, 1, continuous finite, 2, continuous finite, 3, continuous finite. Now go over here. Moving on plus, what do we get? E derives E plus dot T. What is just after closure? What is just after closure?
T. Variable.
So we have to variables. So we have to add all the product using T. So T star M or star M. So in this case, just after closure M, so we have to add again. Now we are done with closure. Now how about this? Moving on star, what do we get? Moving on star, what do we get? T derives T star dot M. What is just after closure? M. So we have to add this product. M derives dot. We are done with this closure. This is final item done. This is final single final item done. So let's number this. This is 5. Let's call this 6. Now moving on T.
স্যার 5 এ কি m টাও অ্যাড করতে
M
হবে?
add করতে হবে কারণ what is the T? T has 2 parts. T derives T star M and T derives M. So if you put a closure of before this, so definitely you have to put here.
right.
Yes. There are 2 products. It means 2 products starting with T. Now moving on T, what do we get? E derives E plus T dash. And it's the final item. Fantastic. We're done. Now moving on star. Moving on star, where do you go? You might think we're moving here, but alas, there is a special product related with this. So it is not same. So we have to start again. Star, we get T derives T star M. We have to stop over here. And moving on M, where do we go? We are returning back here. So moving on M, we're going to 3. Moving on ID, we're going to roll number 4. Done. So let's number this. 5, 6, 7 is the final item. 8. So let's come back here. I'm doing it in the breakfast order. Okay. Moving on M, T derives T star M dot, and moving on ID, we're going to 4. Fine. Now it is the final item done. Let's go over there. Moving on star, we're going to T derives T star dot M. Just after closure there is a M, so we have to put M dot ID. The R, let's call it 9. Now we missed this. Let's call it 10. It's the final one. Moving on M, we are going to 10.
স্যার স্টেট নাম্বার 8 স্যার স্টেট নাম্বার 8 এ মুভটা তো টি এর উপর হচ্ছে, সো ওটা 7 এর সাথে যাবে না, বিকজ ক্লোজারটা তো আগে টি এর আগে ছিল।
মানে 5 to 8.
স্যার 5
5 to 8.
হ্যাঁ এটা
5 to 8 এর প্রবলেম হচ্ছে গিয়ে 6 এর 5 to 8 কোথায় যাবে? মানে 8 এর
স্যার
পরিবর্তে
এটা তো
কোথায় যাবে
স্টার,
বলছেন?
স্যার এটা তো স্টারের উপর মুভটা হচ্ছে না, এটা তো টি এর উপর মুভ।
Oh, T এর উপর হচ্ছে। রাইট, থ্যাংক ইউ। T এর উপর হচ্ছে। Thank you. Yes.
তাহলে স্যার
Now
7 আর
M, it is going to
7
10 and
স্যার 7 আর 8 টা তো একটা হবে, রাইট? বিকজ ইটস আ মুভ অন টি, সিঙ্গেল মুভ। স্যার 7 আর 8।
yeah, you are right. Yes, yes. So let's call this. Yes. You are right. Thank you. All right. E derives T dash and star T dash M and IT. So that's it. Number is not important, but it is better to give serial. In this case, I did not give serial, but we can change it. So let's give 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8. All right. So this is the state transition diagram we have done. This is very important diagram. We are always going to use this diagram again and again. We are going to see that LR0 is not going to capable of parsing this. Then we are going to try with SLR1. It might happen SLR1 might not be capable of parsing this. But eventually we are going to see some parser might capable of parsing this. So that is very important grammar we are going to encounter throughout the end of the semester. Do you have any query? You can ask. Any query? You can ask. Any query? You can ask. Yes. No query? So let's draw the LR0 table. See if it is possible or not. So how many states are there?
স্যার
How many?
6 স্টেট 6 আর 9 টা তো সেম।
All right. All right. Okay. Then let's call this 6. Okay. All right. Yes, good observation. This one is 6. Okay, so star, we are going to 6. Good, good, very good. So let's draw the table. Table would be like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so action part is like this. Go to be like this. So what is the action part? We have plus star ID dollar. Go to has E T M ETM. Anything else? ETM. So 0 seeing E, where should I go? State number 1. 0 seeing E, I should go to state number 1. 0 seeing T, I'm going to state number 2. 0 seeing M, I'm going to state number 3. 0 seeing ID, I'm going to shift. So now 1 seeing plus, going to state number 5. 2 seeing star, going to state number 6. 3, 4 is done. This one is done. What are the final items? 1, then 2, 4, 7. These are the final items. So 2, 0 is done, 1 is done, 2 is done, 3 is the final item, 4 is the final item. Let's go to 5. 5 seeing T going to 8. 5 seeing M going to 3. 5 seeing ID shift 4. 5 is done. Let's go to 6. 6 seeing M. 6 seeing M going to state number 7. Then 6 seeing ID shift 4. Let's go to 7. 7 is ever দেখেন. Let's come back. Just give the rules numbers. Let's give this one as rule number 1. This one has rule number 2, rule number 3, rule number 4, rule number 5. Just number this. Now try to fill up the final items. So 1 seeing dollar is nothing but accepted, no problem. Then 2. 2 the rule number 2 to rule number 2. So rule number 2, rule number 2, rule number 2, rule number 2. Then 3 the key, rule number 4. 3 the no problem. Rule 4, rule 4, rule 4, rule 4. 4 হচ্ছে গিয়ে রুল নাম্বার 5, রুল 5, রুল 5, রুল 5, রুল 5. 6 এ নো 5 এ নো প্রবলেম, 6 এ যাই, 6 এ নো প্রবলেম. 7 হচ্ছে রুল নাম্বার, রুল 3, রুল 3, রুল 3, রুল 3. এইটা হচ্ছে গিয়ে rule number 1, rule 1, rule 1, rule 1, so rule 1. So definitely this one is not, this grammar is not LR0 because of
LR0.
not LR0 because of shift reduce SR count. Then we are going to see how can we actually get rid from this shift reduce. So we should stop here today. You can take it as a homework. Try to do it by yourself. I might make some tiny mistake there. So try to solve by yourself. Then next class will continue. If you have any question, you can ask me. Otherwise, I can do it. Any question?
No, sir.
So there is a conflict here. Shift reduce. The person getting confused. What should I put? Should I use rule number 2 or I want to shift using 6? That is the point. Anything, guys? No question, no query? No query?
No.
No query. Done? Should I leave? Should I leave or not?
স্যার আমাদের প্রজেক্টে কোন পার্সেন্টটা ইউজ করব এটা মানে কোনো
আমি ইয়ার উপর একটা I am going to take a demo class on lesson year. When do you want to have a demo class on lesson year? You want it in the next class? Next class? Or
Yes, sir.
okay, in the next week in a suitable time, I am going to take a demo class on lesson year. Then it will become easy. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.